Welcome. This is LeeOGT and my partner in crime, OGL. How are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I went to a birthday party yesterday and had a good time. Brought back some of the decorations. They were all black and white. And I was saying in an earlier reaction that black and white are my favorite colors because, for one, that's the most contrast you can be within color. They are the what we see before when we're very first born. We don't see color, red and yellow, and the colors start to come into very early in life within minutes, but still. And also, black and white are the only two colors that lack color. They're the opposite. They're the what's the word I'm looking for? Words. They're without color.
So I thought like black was like the combination of all the colors, and white was like lapses. I might be wrong on that, but either way, I was always a purple and black guy.
Yeah,
Maybe because I loved the Decepticons back in the day.
right.
I do like to shoot pictures in black and white, though.
Yeah, yeah. I think black and white is the absence of color. Is the word I was looking for.
I got you.
We'll look it up. Hey, might learn something. So, Disturbed, Don't Tell Me is a song featuring Ann Wilson of Heart, of course, and Heart being from Seattle, a decade before the grunge scene. We have a video that I had put together, and actually Sebs Duran on his channel played my video I put together and for Heart and with Lane Staley on a Bob Dylan cover of Ring Them Bells.
That's a great song.
Completely awesome song. And Chris Cornell, several people, Robert Plant, Dylan himself, a lot of people turned down Heart. They were too busy, and they called Lane up because he was their neighbor in Seattle, or same neighborhood. And he helped them right after Lollapalooza '93, which is ironically where Lane Staley met Maynard James Keenan on that tour. And and Lane kind of bailed him out. So he was a humble guy. Now, David Draimen is an amazing man to me. Let's take the musical aspect out of it. And his battle with mental health has been more than one should bear. And he has handled it publicly very amazingly, which we don't know privately, and that's not our business. The part he has let us in on, Inside the Fire, is a great song. Inside the Fire did make me have a whole new perspective on living and the and ending yourself, put it that way. So I recently had asked a question as a patron, as Elizabeth Jaroff from the Charismatic Voice. Man, my diction was good. I try to do that. Having her teeth so it's hard. Yeah, tell them about the tea time.
So David, who is 100% a class act all the way, he did an interview with Elizabeth. I honestly recommend everyone check it out because they talk about a lot of stuff. Elizabeth knows her shit. It's obvious that David was very happy to be talking to someone who knows their stuff. So they talked a lot about music, but they also talked a lot about mental health. Uh, as Danny mentioned, David has been an advocate for mental health. His struggles have been very well known and well documented. As I said, he's handled them with class and dignity. Um, and the charismatic voice allows their patrons to submit questions for her to ask the interview subject. So my boy Danny submitted a question, but the question wasn't really the important part. He basically just, you know what? I don't think I could possibly do it justice. Danny, why don't we just play the video and show them?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Danny Logan. First, I want to say hello and thank you for being a mental health advocate as well. I love this. I myself try my best to advocate and mediate mental health within myself and anyone who suffers from this tragic condition. Your music has saved so many lives through the years. Inside the Fire helped me understand how to live again. That song was the catalyst for me to stop counting the days and start making the days count. My question stems from the new album. What track would you recommend from the new LP that truly sums up Disturbed's current sound?
Oh boy.
I love this.
I don't know that there is one, because our sound varies so much.
Yeah.
The stereotypical Disturbed sound are tracks like Bad Man and Unstoppable and Hey You. But the duet that I did with Ann Wilson is far from, typical, stereotypical Disturbed. It is more ballady. It's more purely sung. And I like that the way that we're defined these days is almost undefinable.
Yes.
I enjoy that. I don't like being pigeonholed into any one thing, and we've really enjoyed going in the different directions we've gone in.
So the answer is listen
There
to
isn't
the
one.
entire album to get the full picture of Disturbed.
There you go.
I love it.
All right, so the beauty of like OGL said, by the way, I'm looking up lyrics. That's how we've heard the song is what you sing there. I didn't put that in there. That was how Elizabeth's tea time interviews are amazing. So she'll put a little bling in it like I do the reaction videos. So I said no one, well, privately, I've said that I haven't seen the reaction channel that does that. Not chauvinistic, is that the right word? Yeah, not like, I'm not bragging, just saying. But yeah, she does. She does in her tea time interviews, and they're amazing. And the irony to that Southern boy is that, like he said, it wasn't actually a question. Kirk, Elizabeth's husband, hit me up and was like, "Danny, I love your sentiment about mental health and all that, but there really is no question here. And these are questions, patient questions. So we have to make a question somehow." And I said, "Well, I really don't want a question. I say what I want to say." And so, we put, and ironically, him with no answer, but by saying the Ann Wilson song was different than your stereotypical Disturbed song, gave us the inspiration to react to that. So thank you, David, for answering my question. Thank you for being a mental health advocate. Thank you for making it public, because that is so important, and not hiding it in your life as you very well had a right to. So just thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, he talked a lot about taking away the stigma of mental health, which I think is a really good message. And I also, just on a musical note, just want to say it's really cool that Disturbed has been around for a while now. And that makes me feel old. But they've been around since, what is it, the mid-90s? Am I right there?
No, probably early 2000s.
Early 2000s?
Late 90s. No, that was Limp Bizkit and stuff. Not quite that old.
Anyway, I've heard of Disturbed for a while, and it's good to see that they're still trying to grow. They've had a lot of great songs that everyone remembers. Down with the Sickness, the Sound of Silence cover is now legendary, but it's good to see that they're not resting on their laurels. They're still trying to innovate. They're still trying to do different things. So basically, just thumbs up to David Draimen and Disturbed all the way around.
I'm looking up the lyrics real quick. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. David's also a very good lyricist, so we definitely want to check these out. And as I said before, guys,
was formed in 1994.
So, see, wow.
Yeah.
That's almost 3 decades. So
they were called Brawl then, BRAWL.
Wow.
So I'm not sure when to Yeah, I don't know. No. Help me out while I find the lyrics. What's the name of the song again? I'm sorry, don't tell. Don't tell me.
Called
Don't
Tell Me. Yep.
And if anyone ever needs to talk, he talks about how a phone number isn't enough, that some people are buried way too far in depression to get the nerve to call someone, even if it's someone who wants to help. And when you get through to these lines, a lot of times they redirect you, or you get someone that doesn't resonate with you. And so anyone, anytime, my email is DannyLeeOGT11879@gmail.com. Hit me up and I will get to you as soon as possible, I promise. Anyone.
And
So,
Danny's not joking when he says that. Some people say that just to virtue signal. Danny's serious. He's always open to speaking. He's listened to me bitch quite a few times. So yeah.
yeah.
Just vouching for the character of my partner here.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. And he's a good person to talk to. Much better than someone who's just collecting a paycheck.
Quit stroking my ego, bro. I don't like that.
Thought that was my job description when you made me channel manager. It's a sheet of paper that says
I just said
Danny's
stroke
ego.
me. I didn't say nothing about ego. Hey.
I might have added that last part in there to spare my own sanity then.
I got that from MJK. Throw off when people throw you praise with humor. So, yeah, man, let's check it out. Disturbed, Don't Tell Me, featuring Ann Wilson, who is already in the Hall of Fame, and Tamwell should be, and Nancy Wilson is in the Hall of Fame for Best Female Guitarist ever. Also in the Hall of Fame for art. So, and I agree with both.
100%.
Just have a heart sometimes. Barracuda. All right, sorry. Let's do this.
We know we should turn and just walk away. We can't help but cause more pain, wounded more with every word that we say. The memories remain. Here we are once again, questioning the end. Am I supposed to let you go? Don't tell me now that you hate me for never letting go. Let there be no doubt I can't live my life without you. I close.
All right. OGL, it was, we know we should turn and just walk away. We can't help but cause more pain. Wounded more with every word that we say. The memories remain. Sorry, Metallica messed me up.
I was going to say I had to reload flashbacks too.
Here we are, once again, questioning the end. Am I supposed to let you go? So that's where I stopped it. My take real quick is there was really no instrumentation there. It was very subtle in the background. There was reverb on his voice, but just enough to where you almost couldn't tell. More like one echo with every word. And for a man who sings with a lot of, we'll call it disturbing rasp, that was as clear as I have ever heard David sing. And not that he doesn't, just that was very purposeful, I believe. And that's what he meant by the non-stereotypical, always changing, evolving, which is what rock and roll is. It's always evolving. It has no rules, which is exactly why it's my favorite genre. So yeah, what do you think, OGL?
First of all, that's a sweet sword that they're showing there. Just real quick, the visuals here are very simple, but I love how there'll be lightning flashes, and you'll see like that grinning face of the Disturbed,
Punisher almost.
mascot. For lack of a better term, I thought that was really cool. Right now, musically, it feels kind of apocalyptic. It's it's very dark. It's got some of those percussive hits, but like you said, very simple, very pared back. You said a lot of very similar things to what I was thinking. David is known for that very raspy tone to his voice. Down with the sickness and stuff like that. Yeah, he's known for that, but his cleans are amazing here. I think he really seemed in the tea time interview we were referencing. He really seemed kind of blown away by the perception that the Sound of Silence cover got. So I think that's maybe made him given him a bit more confidence in his cleans. Although he has always used them, but yeah, he sounds better than ever. And again, he's not getting younger, and he has had some vocal issues, if I remember right. So he certainly doesn't sound it. He sounds absolutely amazing, and I'm interested to see where the song goes from here.
And his hand that was wrapped up, lots of people in the premiere was asking about it.
Yeah, I was curious.
In fact,
about
I think Kirk wore himself out over that. I don't remember the exact details, but I know that when the interviews are taped, they're live, but when they're premiered, they're not live. Does that make sense? So since that interview, when it was premiered, it was fine. Biopsy came back normal. Everything's good. So
yes, I can never remember. It was a tumor removed. It was not malignant. It was, I don't remember the name. I'm coming up blank.
No offense, but that's why I said the details didn't really matter because it's all good. It's better.
He's good.
He's good. I didn't mean to undermine you there, OGL.
Fired.
Damn it, you got the same keys I got, but the only thing you can't do is steal the car. Well, back it up a little. Beautiful. That's beautiful. And yeah, the clouds, nature, nurture. Love it.
Never letting go. Let there be no doubt I can't live my life without you. I close my eyes and still hear the screams that would tear apart our world. I keep reliving everything. I can't believe how much this hurts. Here we are, once again, still questioning the end. How can I let you go? Don't tell me now that you hate me. I'm never letting go. Let there be no doubt I can't live my life without you.
I really did not want to stop that. Ooh. We got to. I about forgot we were acting. Ooh. The ice there is a cold, dark, frozen place inside you is where you find yourself when you're in a dark depression. There's nothing warm about it. There's nothing pretty. There's nothing but dark colors, grays. Yeah, well,
And you feel like
go ahead.
you feel like you were underneath all of that ice right there.
We're on the way back. So don't tell me now that you hate me for never letting go. Let there be no doubt I can't live my life without you. I think this is where Ann comes in. I wish you told me. Asshole. I close my eyes and still hear the screams that would tear apart our world. I keep reliving everything. I can't believe how much this hurts. Then in Quantum, they sing, here we are, once again, still questioning the end. How can I let you go? Don't tell me now that you hate me for never letting go. Let there be no doubt I can't live my life without you. And I think that's where it left off into this beautiful guitar solo that we will relive. OGL.
So, of course, Anne sounds amazing. She's got that very distinct, very wide vibrato.
Thank you.
Which just sort of adds a great punctuation to every phrase that she sings. Her and David sound great together. I love his lower harmony. As great as David is, if you're singing with Ann Wilson, you definitely want to give her the highs. And yeah, the guitar solo, it sounds like it's going to be awesome. Those always feel like an emotional release on a ballad like this. And again, like it's the lyrics are very personal, but just some of the imagery coupled with the music, it's got a very apocalyptic feel. And again, sometimes when a relationship goes awry, you kind of feel like the world is ending, because in some ways, certain aspects of your world as you've known them kind of are. So, loving the song so far. It's that's almost I don't want to say poppy because it's very dark and it's still very heavy, but it's a very power ballady sound, which is again, I'm not particularly familiar with Disturbed's back catalog, but it's a new sound for me to hear from them, and they're killing it. It's a great piece.
Yeah, there are a lot of Disturbed songs where he does sing clearly. I just meant like there's usually instrumentation behind it. So the beginning was just like his voice stripped down besides that reverb. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I noticed in Anne, she had reverb too, but only in the second part of the vocal line. Each stanza, she would start clear. They would add reverb as she went. So that was really cool. Like a relationship that starts out clean and gets distorted by the end. It's almost echoing. Also, to your point, and the title of the song, when a relationship's that bad, it's almost like you don't want to believe that the other person feels that way. So what you're thinking in your mind is, please don't tell me.
Yep.
It's over, basically. So that's my take. I don't know. I don't use Wikipedia. Again, they don't write songs. And some singers, Maynard, will give you a total opposite meaning than what the hell they mean. I don't think David's like that, but they're Wikipedia. Anyway, it ain't for me.
Also, benign is the word I was looking for. I had to get that out, otherwise my head just would have popped from the. But anyway,
if you're like me, I don't lost context when he meant that. But hey, they probably haven't. That's me. I got bad.
Yes.
Lots of severed neural connections. Too many drugs. Caught the shit out of me. All right, let's go back. Right to the sword, blaming right through the eyes, damn it. Love it. Thor slung that son of a bitch from Odin. I mean, not from Odin, from Asgard. My bad. Oh, can't play on the dot. So the last stanza when he changes up the words. And I had a brief thought that this song could be about someone dying, a loved one, not a relationship. But that line, "Don't tell me now that you hate me," that other than that, it very well could have been someone on their deathbed not wanting to let go. But I don't think so now. So don't tell me now that you hate me for never letting go. Let there be no doubt. I can't live with my life. I can't live my life without you. Don't tell me now that you hate. Same thing. No, it does change. Because I don't want to let you go. It's like living hell for me to live my life without you. And then those beautiful oh-ohs. And I'm not sure if Ann was harmonizing with him there or not. Let's check that out. Because I didn't really hear that. But just a little bit more. Love this, David. If you're watching, if you happen to.
It's like living hell for me to live my life without you.
Okay, so she's not in there, and I have a suggestion about that. I'm sorry. At the end,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At the end, I just think maybe she's left by the end, and that's just him. It's like hell for me to live my life without you, and the crying out of the ohs was without Ann. So it's finally being alone, being without that other person. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
It sounded to me like when he first started, it was just him, and then she joined in. Unless David is a soprano as well. Like I know he can get up there, but like there was some stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's got to be Ann. And then like as the acoustic guitars started to come up, it's like her part faded out, and he was doing the ohs on his own. That actually does sort of track with your idea though, because like he starts off, he's by himself, she joins in. That's the relationship part, and then when she leaves, you notice his whoa start that distortion that he's famous for, the David Draimen distortion, D3, starts to creep in, and the O's start being much more jagged and much more pained. So, yeah, I do think she joined in the middle there, and then at the end, it was just him. But yeah, that's a really very nice bit of musical poetry there to sort of symbolize the beginning, the life of, and then possibly death of a relationship.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I just put myself over your picture. Sorry. You're bigger than me. We can't make my box.
Stop sitting on my face, sir.
Hey, man. I teabagged you. Yeah. We're just joking around, which it is a great medicine, but when you're in that dark place, it's hard to joke around even with yourself. So we get that. I get that. So I don't want to take away from the message at all. For no other reason than people not to know they're alone. I have a terminal disease myself, COPD, 16% lung function. So it's hard to accept letting go of anything, and it's hard to accept depression. And this only goes along with what I meant by being happy and making jokes. And if if your life does have a timer on it, as all of ours, we're only promised one thing when we're born, and that's that we will die. It does make it a little different when they put a timer on it. But you don't have to live differently. And if you want to live differently, live for the best, better. So it's hard to say. Easy. It's easier to say than to do. Trust me. I know for me. Everyone's different. Again, my email is always open. There are ways to support the channel, which I love to support mental health in any way I can. If I told you the things to do, then I'd be doing it for the wrong reason. So we want posters too. I love to have a Disturbed poster. There's a link below. Send us a poster. Send me a damn bottle cap. I don't care. I love you all. Love every one of you, no matter what. What you think, OGL?
The guitar solo, first of all, I enjoyed that. That also felt very dissonant. I felt like there was some, like it was crying out at times. Some really cool fest runs in there too. It didn't feel like the traditional sappy guitar solo on a power ballad. It definitely felt a bit more, again, a bit more jagged, a bit more, bit darker.
Dan Donegan. Sorry, Donegan. Donegan. Dan
Donegan.
Yep. I didn't know they had another lead vocalist, Erica Walt. That confused me a little.
That could just be like he appears on a couple songs on the album.
Okay.
Obviously, the only voices here were David and Ann. That's all you need. But yeah, it was a great song and definitely something I'm not used to hearing from Disturbed. But this is a sound I could get used to. Again, it was very nice hearing the rasp come into his voice towards the end there. It's always cool when you hear that kind of a vocal done with little accompaniment, because you sort of get that sort of pained, naked sound that represents the emotions that the song is depicting. And yeah, it's just a great song. It's one of those things where even though it's very dark and very sad, good music always makes me feel happy. So I listen to that. Even if I were to listen to that in a depressed mood, there would be harmony. It might be a dark harmony, but yeah, that would make me feel like, okay, yeah, someone else has been here. I'm not here by myself. And David has done very well for himself and has crawled back many times. So maybe I can do it too. Maybe we all can do it. And
well said.
Yeah, we have always said mental health is real. Again, very cool of you to put your contact information out there. Like I said, people, he's not joking. Danny's a great person to talk to. Occasionally give him some time because the man does need to sleep. But yeah, just be there for each other, and your CD collection, your record collection, your music collection, however you want to look at it. That's your best support group sometimes. And laughter is a great medicine as well. So,
and real quick,
listen to great. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay. I just want to get out there for
on
the drum kit, Mike Wingren, and on the bass guitar is John Moyer. So didn't want to leave you guys out.
Gotcha. But yeah, guys, live, laugh, love, listen to great music. And this has been a blast. And we will see you guys here for the next one.
I'm out. Spiral out. Love each other. Love everything. Love nature. Connect any way you want. And I don't know who's got a record collection anymore. Just say, hey, Google, play Disturbed. Love you guys, man.
Old man, I know.
Love you guys.